Thank you and welcome. Thank you for that great introduction, and thank you, Orshi, for this event. It's amazing what you are creating here. So I'm excited to share this message with you today, and I'm absolutely convinced that regardless of the business you're in, regardless of the position you have in your business, and even if you don't have a business at all, I think what really matters most is results. Results are the name of the game. So I will be speaking today about how to create financial freedom. And as I said, I will talk about results. Results that stick. What does it mean, results that stick? So maybe for many of you, this is not your first event on personal development and success. Who has visited many events on success or reading books on success? May I see your hands? Great. So for me, it was the same. I was visiting many seminars on success, and I was even calling myself a seminar junkie because I was visiting so many success seminars and reading books, watching YouTube videos, but most of them were not really transformational. I didn't get transformational results, really, that changed my life on the long run. So most of the information that we get, they give you a lot of buzz and a lot of motivation, but this buzz and motivation often washes away after several days or even maybe 2 weeks, but then it's gone, and you don't see transformation in your life and in your business. So what I'm going to share with you today is my journey, how I created the success in my business and in my life. And I want to show you a couple of pictures of myself that you see that I walk my talk. This first picture, what you see here with my mentor, Bob Proctor, I got to know my mentor about 17 years ago through the movie The Secret. Who of you has seen the movie The Secret or was reading the book? Wow, many of you. It's fantastic. So on this picture here, I had my business already 5.5 years. I had a coaching business, and my business was going up and down. So when I saw the movie The Secret, I realized that I am sabotaging myself. And on this picture, my self-confidence was very low. I was not aware of it, that I'm standing in my own way and that I'm sabotaging myself, but that was the reality. So I started to implement the things that I learned from my mentor, Bob Proctor, and things started to change in a big way. But then I thought, now I know everything. And I didn't get coaching anymore, and I got stuck again. Maybe some of you know this. You have success, but then you're stuck again, and maybe on a higher level. So, and then I did another certification 2 years ago with Bob Proctor, and I started to get coaching and mentorship. Who of you can imagine a professional athlete without a coach who is successful? We cannot really imagine, and that's the same in business. We need coaching and mentorship to be successful. And what happened afterwards was really amazing. And I just want to share a couple of pictures what I did the last couple of months, actually. So this was in LA, speaking and meeting incredible people like millionaires and celebrities. Here you saw, it's a little bit flipping too quick. I was speaking in front of 2,500 people in LA. This was in November. And here you see myself with Bob Proctor, my mentor. I became one of his top 1% consultants worldwide, and I am in his inner circle, and I became an international speaker. So this is what happens after I started to implement the knowledge what I had, and I learned how to do it. And this is what really excites me, because you can create your own economy. And this really blew my mind, because I thought something outside of me is responsible for the results that I have in my life. But that's not the case. We are responsible for our own results. And that's the first step toward success, that we don't look outside the circumstances, what we have, to create something different in our lives, but that we say, regardless where we are right now in our life, if we are happy with our results or if we are not happy. But the first step toward success is to take complete responsibility for our results. That we say, okay, I want different results. I want X, but I create Y results. Why is that? So most, or actually every person I meet, I have a lot of conversations with entrepreneurs, with people, and I never met a person who didn't want to have time and money freedom. And how to create time and money freedom. And there are actually 3 income earning strategies, only 3. And the first years of my adult life, I was employed. And I was using the M1 strategy, and many people you probably know, they use the M1 strategy, which means you use your time to earn money. So I was going to a job, and I got paid for the hour I was working in the job. And even as a coach, I was getting paid for the hours because I had my coaching hour or my coaching packages, and I was paid for that. And 96% of people use this strategy. Can you imagine? And this 96% of people, they earn about 3% of the money that is earned. So probably the people who are in your own network are in this area, work like investing time and get money for it. So it's not the best strategy, and you probably will not create financial freedom with this strategy. The M2 strategy is used by 3% of the people. It's a good strategy because you create money by investing money. Why just 3% of people do this? What do you think? Because not so many people have the amount of money that they can really do this. And the M3 strategy really excited me. And I got to know this from my mentor. And he found out about this strategy in the 1960s, 1970s. He was thinking, what differentiates people who are successful, who have time and money freedom? And he found out that they use their time to create multiple streams or multiple sources of income. So what you see here, again, 1% of people use this strategy. They actually multiply their time by creating multiple sources or multiple streams of income. And these people earn 96% of all the money that is earned worldwide. So it's so amazing. So how can you create MSI? This could be, there are millions of options to do this, but just an example, you write a book and you sell it. So you have one-time work and then you sell it. Or you create an online course, you have one time, you do a work and then you sell it. Or you can sell it, you scale it up. Or you have different branches in your business, you are still active, but you get paid from all around the world. So these are just a few examples how you can do this. And multiple streams of income, it's amazing. You can have as many as you want. And the beautiful part of it is, if you think about it, in the middle there is your bank account, and no matter where you have streams of income, because when you are here in Hungary, on the other side of the world, people are awake, and you may be sleeping, but they are awake and they buy your product online, for example. And the beautiful part of it is it comes to your bank account, and the bank is transferring into your currency. Who is excited about this? Who would love to have multiple streams of income from all around the world? Great, me too. So Napoleon Hill had a great statement. He said, when riches begin to come, They come so quickly, in such great abundance, that you wonder where they have been hiding through all those lean years. So if things start to flow, then there is momentum built, and that's really exciting. And Einstein said, everything is energy. It's too quick. Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. This is not philosophy, that's physics. So what does this mean? Napoleon Hill, who of you know Napoleon Hill, the book Think and Grow Rich? Most of you, great. So he wrote in this book that the imagination, to create pictures in our mind, the imagination is the most powerful and most inconceivable force the world has ever known. So, did you ever think about why you have imagination? We are actually the only creatures in the world who can build pictures in our mind of the future that we want to experience. Did you ever think why we have this? And when Einstein said everything is energy, it means that our thoughts are energy. It means money is energy. It means the clothes you are wearing is energy. Words are energy. So I would like to invite you to do an exercise with me where I want you to use your imagination in a way that I suggest you use it every day. And I want you to invite you to do an exercise together with me just for a couple of minutes where you relax and you use your imagination how you want to see your perfect life. So I want you to put your pants down, relax on your seat, and just take a couple of deep breaths and close your eyes. And I want you to imagine the most perfect day in your life. Just imagine that you are completely free, that you do whatever you love to do, that you are serving the people, that you are working together with people that you really love to work together with. Just think about these amazing relationships you have. Just think about the excitement, what you have to do what you really love to do, to enjoy what you love to do, and how you are compensated for what you do. How does it feel to be completely free and enjoy your life? And then I want you to imagine that you go in the best car that you ever wanted, your dream car, and you sit in your car and you feel the steering wheel in your hands, you start the engine, and then you are driving to the most beautiful home, the home that you ever dreamt of, the most beautiful home you could imagine. And you're going out of your car and you are watching at this beautiful home and just take it in. You created this. You feel so proud. And then you walk up to the front door of your home then you enter. What is the first smell? Really take it in. What is the first sound? Take that in. And then you are moving to the room that resonates most with you. And you start to feel who else is in the room with you. And then you walk to the hall, and there is a mirror in the hall, and you walk straight to that mirror. You stand in front of the mirror, and you look yourself straight in the eye. And you have a big smile in your face, and you see the most beautiful, perfect body, the most beautiful dress that you ever wanted. And you look yourself straight in the eye, and you are so proud of you. You say, I created that. Really allow yourself to take it in and to feel how happy you are. Then you go into the sleeping room. You lay yourself on the bed and just think if there is something with you. If not, you enjoy yourself with yourself, and you lay your head down the pillow, and you just think about the amazing life you created. How does it feel? And you're so happy and so proud. This is the life you created for yourself. And just for a couple of seconds, enjoy it and take it in. So I want to ask you, is your life like this today? It may be, or it may be not. The point is, if it's not, why not? And I don't want to depress anyone, but what excites me with the work I'm doing is that the pictures that you had in your mind right now, this is possible for you. And the point is, you wouldn't even have the images in your mind if it wouldn't be possible for you. But most of the people, they tiptoe through life hoping to make it safely to death. And this is not a good way to live. So if we want to get results in our life, if we want to reach our goals, we basically need to know two things. We need to know where we are, where you are right now in your life. Just think about, we talk about financial freedom, think about the last 5 years in your life. Did your income grow? Was it basically the same, or did it decline? Just think about your own situation. And then you think about your goal. What do you want? What you dream? And we were there now in our imagination. So what is your goal? And it looks very simple. I have to see where I am. Need to have a goal. And then I'm just going there. So why do you think, why are so many people stuck? Because what I see is that not so many people really reach the goals, the big goals they dream about. And we may say it's because many people don't have the right goal. And there is a part of it that's true, because if you don't have the right goal, you don't feel like you're excited and you want to get up in the morning and really go for it. But the other thing is, why so many people are stuck is right here. and it's called paradigms. So this was really amazing when I heard this the first time. The truth is not out there with my boss or with some income what I get. Even if I have a job and I get income, I decided for it. And it's about my habits and my beliefs that they are responsible what I create with my life. So the paradigms, actually, paradigm is the most important word, in my opinion, on the psychology of success. And most people have never heard about it. So paradigms is like our behaviors, our beliefs, and they are what controls what we have in our life. So just to put it in this way, just think when you get up in the morning, which food do you put in your trousers first? When I heard this question first time, I had to think, I didn't know. Which food do you put in your trousers first? The right. Okay. Who is putting the left foot first? Yeah? And we have to think about it, but this is what we do probably all our life since the age of 3, and we never think about it. And so we have habits in our lives, and they control almost everything what we do. The way we get up in the morning, the way we brush our teeth, the way we do our business, the habits that we have around money. Do you spend all the money that you are earning? Do you spend everything what you earn? Or you have the habit to save? So what paradigm really means is a paradigm is a mental program that has almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior. And get this, almost all of our behavior is habitual. So you can see that you have habits in your life that were created from a very young age. You were grown up by your parent, you have education from your parents or teachers, and you have habits. Just imagine if you have habits around money where you think money is going to make you a bad person. What would it do for your business? Or if you think you have to work very hard to earn money, or you have to work yourself into exhaustion, exactly these things you will show up in your life. And I have a lot of entrepreneurs who are working with me as a coach, and I see that they are owned by their business. They work so heavily because they have a paradigm, I have to work hard for money. And this is what's shown in their life. So if we want to change our paradigms, we have to go deeper. So everything starts in our mind, and we all have a marvelous mind. So I want to introduce you to a graphic, which you see here, a very simple graphic. It's called the stick person graphic. And this I learned from my mentor, and this graphic was created in around 1930 from a man. He's called Dr. Truman Fleet. He was in the healing art, and he wanted to create a picture because he saw that in the health care that people are just treating the body. They don't treating the person all over, like holistic health. So, but he realized we need to have an image of our mind to work with. Otherwise, we are in a confused state. And so he created this picture, and you can imagine this is your head is the mind, and everything from the neck down is the body. So you see here the conscious mind, and the subconscious mind is down, and the body is the small circle. And my mentor is studying these things since 57 years, and he says that's the most powerful lesson I have ever learned. So don't allow the apparent simplicity of this graphic deceive you, because this stick person concept, it will show you how your mind works and how you can create order in your mind. So the conscious mind I will go back here. In your conscious mind, you have the opportunity to accept or reject ideas through words and pictures. You can have images in your mind, and you can say, I want it or I don't want it. You read something in the newspaper, and there is written the economy is going down, but you say, I don't accept it, I reject it. Actually, the subconscious mind has not this ability. The subconscious mind must accept everything, and it has no ability to differentiate between reality and imagination. What does that mean for you? So if your subconscious mind is programmed to be wealthy, then this will be shown in your life. You will live a wealthy life. If your subconscious mind is programmed in poverty, then you will see poverty in your life. And if your subconscious mind is programmed on mediocrity, then you will experience mediocre results in your life. So I want to show you this graphic in a different perspective. This is the mind of a baby. So when you were born, your mind was wide open, your subconscious mind. It's like a cup, you know, and everything what is going on around the baby, everything goes directly in the subconscious mind. The thinking mind is created later. So the mind of a baby, the subconscious mind, is wide open. We know it also from neuroscience that the waves, the brain waves of a baby is theta brain waves. It means everything goes in like a sponge, It just soaks up everything. So all the pictures, all the ideas from the outside world, all thoughts, behaviors from outside, it's in the subconscious mind. So your mind has been conditioned from a very early age, and ideas were fixed. So just think how you behave around money, or when I say which foot do you put first in your trousers. Everything is programmed, even the language you speak. You know, here in Hungary you speak Hungarian. Why? Because you were like, you heard it all the time. And that's how things are programmed. But what's even more important, that your self-image was formed from a very early age. Just think about which kind of self-image do you have? How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as a very successful person? Or do you see yourself as, I'm not so sure if I can be successful in my life? And this was really amazing for me, because when I realized about my own self-image, before I started to learn about this information, I realized I had a very limited self-image. Maybe I didn't have the negative self-image, but a very limited. I couldn't imagine to see myself speaking in front of thousands of people. I couldn't see myself as being an international coach or speaker. Just when I changed my self-image, I changed my results. And that's very powerful. So the point is, the self-image, what you have right now, if you didn't create your self-image yourself, you have a self-image that somebody else created for you. Just think about it. If you are happy with your results, then you have a very good self-image. Let's look at this stick person graphic in this way. In school, we learn valuable knowledge, but we don't learn to alter old paradigms. So just see this part of the mind here, the conscious mind. We build a lot of education in here. We are reading books, we are studying for the exams, but what we don't learn in school, how to alter our paradigms. So we have superior knowledge, but we get inferior results. And that's for many people very frustrating. And it causes confusion in our mind. So what you can see here, you have a lot of knowledge. Maybe you know yourself people who have a master's degree or who have a degree in economy, but they don't get the results in their life that they really want. So you see here, you have a lot of knowledge, but old behavior give you old results. Why? Because of the old paradigms. So if we want to create new behavior and new results, we have to create a new paradigm. And what most people do, they go here. They say, I want to create new results, I have to change my behavior. How does it work? Maybe you know it from, how do you call this, what you do in the January, December, January, New Year's resolution. Many of you did New Year's resolutions. Me too. How did it work? Could be, but mostly they don't work. You see in the fitness centers, you know, in January they have a lot of memberships going on, but in February those fitness centers are empty. So, because people focus on changing behaviors in order to create new results. But what drags them back are their old paradigms. They are like a rubber band, you know, they pull you back all the time. And that's why people get better results and then they get down, up and down all the time. So, and that's very frustrating for many people. So I want to show you how you can change your paradigms. And first I want to show you what we have in the intellect. So we have our intellect, our 5 senses. We can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. And you can imagine that like little antennae on the top of your head, and you take information in from the outside. So what does it mean when you take in information from the outside? You may get a compliment from a person and you feel very happy. And then somebody says, oh, I think what you're doing is not so good. And then you're going down again. So you let what you hear from others influence your thinking. Or you are inspired to start a business and somebody says, are you sure you want to do this? What if it's not working? What if you fail? So then your hearing sense is controlling what you're thinking. Or maybe you use your seeing faculty. You look at your bank account and maybe you don't have the money there what you want. Maybe you cannot pay your bills. What's going on in your mind? You think, oh, I'm poor. I cannot pay my bills. So you let your outside control your thinking. And that's not a very good place to be. So there is a better way to do it, but we have to go to the higher side. So how we can do this? I want to introduce you to our 6 mental faculties. We have our will, our intuition, our memory, our imagination, we have seen this already, our perception, and our reason. And when we really want to get different results in our lives, if we want to move from being controlled from the outside to really decide on the thoughts that we want to think, we need to use our intellectual faculties. And I want to just talk about 2 in more detail, about the imagination, what we used already before, because the imagination is so amazing. And even, I think it was Edison who carved in his death, imagination is more powerful than knowledge. Why? The knowledge, it connects you with the past, it connects you with something that you know already. But the imagination, it can connect you with the future, with that what you want to create in your life. So, and that's very powerful. You can create the images what you want in your life, and you can build really your own life with your imagination. Just think how amazing is this. If I think a couple of years ago, I had pictures on the wall where I was seeing myself speaking in front of thousands of people. I had no idea how this will be happening, but it did happen. I was imagining myself to be in the inner circle of Bob Proctor. Now I am a top 1% coach of his consultants worldwide, and I am in his inner circle. And that is because I used my imagination properly. How we do often use our imagination. Often we use our imagination in a way that we think, oh, what might go wrong? It's true. I mean, you are laughing. I know you know what I'm talking about. We use our intellectual faculties in a wrong way. And you can imagine these faculties, each one of them, like a muscle. When you train your body, you go in a fitness studio. But we have to train these mental faculties so that they get strong, that we don't let our outside control us. So I want to talk about the will as a second part. The will is most of the time we think the will is to push against something, that we force something. But this is not what I want to talk about here. The will is our ability to focus. The will is our ability to hold one idea in our mind, the thing what we really want in our life, and focus on it. So you could imagine that the will to the mind is like a magnifying glass to the sun. Yesterday I was sightseeing here in Budapest. It was very nice, and I was outside. So just imagine, on a very sunny day, you go outside and the sun is like coming down. Maybe you're 3 hours out there. Maybe you get the nice golden tan. But then imagine you use the same energy and put it through a magnifying glass. If I would do it and put it on my skin, I would blister it within seconds. And the same energy we can use with our will. So when we have something we really want in our life, we focus it without, and all other distraction we leave outside. And this we can train. We can train our will to focus. And most of the clients, when they first come to me, they are all over the place. They don't know how to focus. But this is a mental faculty we have to use if we want to get different results in our life. So I don't have the time now to go into detail of all of these faculties, but I really can tell you it's worth studying them, because if you do, it will change your life. If you study these mental faculties, you can create the life of your dreams, because you decide what you think, and our thoughts create our reality. So when you watch this, when you start to control your thoughts through the use of the mental faculties, what you are doing is, in your subconscious mind, positive thoughts create positive feelings in your subconscious mind. And in your body is in a completely different vibration. What is vibration? When we invented the word feeling to describe the vibration our body is in. So the body, what you have, is in a different vibration. What do you say when you are in a good vibration? We don't say, oh, I'm in such a good vibration. No, what do we see? What do we say? What? Again? Butterflies? Basically, we use a word. We say, I feel good. Or when we don't feel so good, we don't say, I'm in a bad vibration. We say, I don't feel good. And the feeling is the word we invented to describe the vibration our body is in. So you can use your understanding about, how do I feel right now? Do I feel good? Then you know you are in a positive vibration. If you don't feel that good, you know you are in a negative vibration. How this can be of help to you? Just think. If you want to be in a positive vibration, just start to use your intellectual faculties, and you will be in a positive vibration. So the vibration you are in, you can just attract into your life what you send out. The same vibration you can take in. So what you send out, the vibration you send out, you take the same vibration in. And that is because our body is a mass of energy. And you can use this energy. And it's all a matter of decision, Most of us have weak decision-making muscles. Why? Because we didn't learn how to make decisions in school. You see here levels of vibration. So these lines represent levels of vibration. I said before that even our thoughts are energy. So just imagine you are here at your results and you are thinking on this frequency. And your thoughts are what you have in your own life. So if you have a certain income, you are thinking about the person. Let's say you are earning $50,000 a year. You are thinking like a person who is earning $50,000 a year. If you are earning $1 million a year, then you're thinking like a person who is earning $1 million a year. Makes sense, doesn't it? So you are thinking on a certain frequency, but your goal is on a different frequency. So what has this to do with decision? Most of the people say, I want this. I make the decision, I want this. For example, I want to hire a coach because I know if I hire a coach, I will be more successful more quickly. I will hire a coach when I have the money. I will start my business when the kids. This is the way we make decisions. So when we want to really make big jumps in our lives, we have to say, I will do this no matter what. Decision means cutting off from all other possibilities. So you cannot connect the dots looking forward. This is what Steve Jobs said. You cannot connect the dots looking forward. You only connect them looking backwards. So when you think about your goal, who of you had images in your mind when we did this visualization exercise they never have seen before? Who had new pictures in their mind? Some of you? Yeah? So many of you may ask, how can I get there? How can I realize this? And the point is, if we cannot see how we go there, we stay here. We don't go there. And the point is, if we don't see the resources, how we go there, we have to just trust. Just think about the Wright brothers. Did they know how to create an airplane? They didn't know. When did they know how to create an airplane? When they did it. So most people, they don't make this decision, they don't even start because they cannot see how it's going to happen. But the point is, if you have a goal where you know how it's going to happen, the goal is not big enough. It will not inspire you. And that's very important to know, because most people stop at this first point. They don't decide to go there because they cannot see the way. But you cannot see the way. If you win an Olympic medal, you don't know how to do it. You just know it when you do it, after you did it. Or when you think on Edmund Hillary, who first climbed Mount Everest. He did it 2 times and failed, and the 3rd time he did it. So you cannot know how it's going to happen. So you have to decide on a goal and then go there. And that's what is meant to do, to make a committed decision. No matter what's happened on the outside, make a decision, you are going to do it. So I want to ask you, who is committed to say, I'm going to change my paradigm and I will reach my goal? Who of you is making a committed decision? Perfect. Congratulations. I want to clap you. Please clap everyone for you. And I really want you to take it serious. It's your life. You are creating your life with the decisions you make. So when you say, I decide, I'm going to do it, what happens? You are having thoughts on this frequency where your goal is. You start to think like the person you want to become. You start to act like the person you are going to become. And at the beginning, this will feel a little bit strange, but if you continue to do it, you will do the things, you will create the habits you need to create the life of your dreams. So what I want to invite you, and I will have, after the lunch break, I will have half an hour. I will have half an hour to talk to you. I have a table outside, and you can get a card where you have the possibility to talk to me, to talk to me about your goals or whatever questions you may have. And I also want to, so you can get this card from me. So at the first point you see that you want to apply for a discovery session. We can do this, via phone or Skype or whatever, and or via Zoom video conference. And I also want to give you a present. It's an ebook, not the physical, but the ebook. It's from my mentor. It's called You Were Born Rich, and it's a 200-page book. And it was many years on the bestsellers list, where you can start to think on a different vibration, how you can create financial freedom. And it's really a great book. Bob put a lot of knowledge and wisdom in there. So, and I'm doing other events, not just in Hungary and in Vienna, but all around the globe. And I'm doing webinars. So you can apply for my newsletter. So just you get this card from me outside afterwards in this half an hour. And I have a blueprint as well, what you can get on my web page. So I want you to remember on the images what you have in this exercise. You were thinking about the life of your dreams. I just want to remind you, and this is your life, and just be aware you can create the life of your dreams. You can do it. Just remind yourself every day of this. Thank you very much.